Hey, this is Notser, and we're in the Tier 10 Japanese cruiser, ZOW. We're on the map the Atlantic. I am testing the 12km range torpedoes that they introduced in 7.6. These torpedoes cost 30,000 XP, and I have played more than my share of ZOW games, and I had the 30,000 XP. But if you just got the ZOW, keep that in mind, you're going to have to earn enough in order to purchase it. But what are you getting for it? You're getting torpedoes that are actually usable while stealth. And that is something that you haven't been able to do on this ship ever. But is a core trait of pretty much every other Japanese cruiser. So I was incredibly excited to test this out in a game. And the game that was given to me was honestly kind of insane. So we headed off towards a captured A point. Came under a little bit of enemy fire, but not much. Like, there wasn't a significant amount of enemies on this flank. I was burning down enemy Des Moines, enemy battleships at long range, but I wasn't really doing that much damage. I skipped that part of it because I just felt like it was dragging out. And we're going to get into the part that is incredibly entertaining. So, my team, who has sustained heavy losses, continues to sustain heavy losses, is going to have to deal with wiping out the enemies in some form and probably going to lose the game. But I don't want that to occur, obviously, and I'm going to do everything I can to bring this back while also giving me the perfect opportunity to use the torpedoes, which is the whole point of this video. Now, these torpedoes do not come without a disadvantage. The cooldown is crazy. So we're firing on enemy battleships pretty low. I'm sticking with HE, not really a big deal one way or the other. I'm looking for a fire, maybe a damage control target, don't know. They are pushing forward pretty aggressively. I haven't seen others fire on them, but I am still gonna try and spam what the ZOW's great at. And it's the HE, the fire chance, everything related to that. It works out great. And I happen to be right on top of a friendly Hinden, but it's cool. Teammates are able to take out the enemy battleship, and we should start the capture process of B point. And I'm just over here. We've got the point advantage. I can't risk the ship. I don't want to get too close, right? The ZOW is a super long range support vessel. It doesn't have radar. There's no reason to ever get close with the ZOW. It's pretty nimble. Its HE fire chance is the best in the game for a cruiser, and that's what I was making use of, trying to get the fires on the targets. But every once in a while there might be a target that is almost in range to comfortably engage, and this enemy Torpedoes, just so incredibly annoying. He's at his, near max range. I am getting chip damage on him, but I'm not getting enough overwhelming firepower between all the friendlies and myself. So every time I get a little bit of damage, it gives me hope, and that is not him. That was the gearing. There is a gearing that's operating somewhat close, and I'm honestly kind of uncomfortable with him being there. And he's definitely closer than the Torpedoes. This radio location, obviously, it's telling me something's in front of me. And of all the targets I see, it's clearly the one target that is probably within 10 kilometers. I could easily hit him if I could see him, but I can't. And I really want to. But we have two bases to the enemy's one. We have to weather the storm. So I was like, I don't really need to be here anymore. I think the enemy is coming back, and we have a huge deficit. 3 ships against a grand total of 7 enemy ships. How do we come back from this? Well, I'm going to send my torpedoes, my long-range torpedoes, towards a predictable gap that the enemy might enter in order to go towards B point. I'm also going to just stay at or near my maximum range on the enemies and try and wear down these DDs. If we can get one DD, maybe a second DD, there's a chance that we could win the game because we could keep all the enemy in front of us. It's sort of like basketball where you don't want to turn your back to the opponent. The opponent can do stuff that you obviously can't see. If I could take out the targets that are going to try and do stuff that I can't see, it's much easier for me to harass them, stay at range, keep them from capturing, and hopefully the Fletcher spot for the team more effectively. So, you know, Fletcher's moving back. I'm doing a little bit of moving damage against the Torpedoes, but not enough to kill him. And we're not getting the best dispersion every shot. We somehow got a torpedo strike, but we've got to do something. We've got to get kills without losing friendlies, and that has been the issue the whole time. We've been losing targets. So, keep moving away. Enemies moving towards. I want to keep every target that could actually one-shot me outside of, 13, 14, 15 kilometers. Looks like the Torpedoes is moving back towards me. I would interpret that as the gearing is somewhere in front of him, closer to me. Maybe he's feeling like his team has the numbers and he's moving forward. It could also signal that the Des Moines is almost in position. And it does look like the Des Moines has moved near the island system. Anytime you see a target do something, you need to try and assume that they're doing it based on the comfort with the scenario. And usually comfort comes from support, either in teammates or validation that what you're doing is getting kills or return on damage and stuff like that. So whenever I see a destroyer turn and face me, I always say, you know what? He must be reacting to his teammates. He must be reacting to something that's going to work in his favor. And I'll adjust my distance accordingly, move away from his teammates, which we are trying to do. But God, he knows exactly where he needs to be. He's keeping me at or beyond 11 kilometers. I can only do a little bit of damage at that range. Sometimes the shells even shatter, and it feels awful because that 50 millimeter right there, it just, you know what? There's a lot of shells that just don't do any damage. But that's okay. That's okay. We are still alive, and we still have a chance, but we need some kills. So I'm at this point, I'm going, you know what? We've got to get a kill right now. I've got to be very careful right now and get a little bit of damage on the enemy DD. God. And the gearing is stealth the whole time. He could be sending against me, could be sending against the Fletcher, could be sending against the Hendon. He could be going towards A point. I don't really know, and I can't really do anything. Because every second we don't have a kill on a low-held target, the game will not end. It won't work out for us. So I'm like, I can't guarantee that I'll take out the target. Oh, crap. We've got an enemy Des Moines. Got an enemy Missouri. Missouri's dead. Floods out to the Fletcher. Great job. Get a shot on the Des Moines. If we kill the Des Moines, we get another 50 points. Could end the game with another kill. You never know. There we go. We're at 952. One more kill, and we win the game. All we have to do as a team is survive. And, oh, God, he's so low. He's so low. But I decide, maybe ill-advised here, hindsight, I send my torpedoes at the approaching enemy battleships. And I'm going to try and maybe set them on fire, force out damage control. By the time the torpedoes get there, they cause a flood. He's killed. There's clearly an enemy capturing A, so we're not going to get any more points. But if we get a kill on anything like a battleship, we'll have the game won, or the enemy DD, and of course, we lose the friendly Hindenburg. And now we need 2 kills, but friendly Fletcher gets a torpedo strike, takes out the enemy Monarch. If we would have been lucky and got that torpedo strike, maybe 10 seconds sooner, the game ends. But unfortunately, we don't. My torpedoes look like they might hit one Montana shot, maybe. It's not going to be a significant amount of damage. Able to use hydroacoustic to predictive of the torpedoes. I just happen to be sent here, and I'm tired of that DD. I'm moving to attack position on the enemy Montana. I got to get a kill. I have to get a kill. I have no choice. Now, one thing that is working in my favor, and oh, by the way, there's a gearing. The Montana's firing HE, like This is the only reason I'm moving forward. It looks like he's just spamming HE, so if he's going to spam HE, yes, it doesn't matter. I just have to get close and try and get a kill. So I'm rushing in, trying to go after the gearing. I want to kill the gearing so bad. We take out the gearing. We're at 984 points. We don't have any capture. I don't have my port side torpedoes ready to go. I was considering maybe ram, but if you do the numbers, the ram would not kill. He's got too much health. You do equal your health pool in ram damage towards the enemy, so I have to get torpedoes on the target. I feel like, and I'm going to try to get it back around. Some of the viewers are like, hey, you should have rotated the other way, but I mean, look at it, we are at 25 seconds, 30 seconds. It's going to take 10 seconds for these torpedoes to even get there, and this is the only chance we got to kill him. And unfortunately, it threw away the chance to actually win the game there, but we did not deserve to be in that game. Team totally lost it. And you saw the one issue with these torpedoes, the super long reload. 2 minutes and 50 seconds is the reload by default with these torpedoes. If I would have used the 8-kilometer range torpedoes, they would have already been loaded, and I would have been able to completely destroy the Montana, but didn't. You saw the downside. Game was honestly pretty awesome. How we were almost able to win that game multiple times. Unfortunately, it didn't work out, but enemy team played well. Myself, the Fletcher, and the Hinden, basically the last 3 ships that gave our team a chance, but there were a lot of heroes on the enemy team, so the pitfalls of the 12-kilometer range torpedoes. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you next time.